80 million votes? This video is brought to you by The Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notifications anytime I go live and make a video. Why is this thing squeaking? Anyway, I don't feel like saying all that other stuff. Y'all know what I say every video that I make. I appreciate all the support. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, I called Joe Biden 80 million voters because he got 80 million votes. Now, somebody explain to me how on planet Earth do you have an opportunity while you're speaking to the people, you are so incompetent. And I told y'all I'm not giving this up. Every time he do something, I'm going to make a video. You are so incompetent that the White House cannot trust you to answer questions from the people. So they allow you to talk, and when the pressure is on and your dementia kick in, they cut your feed. Let me go to it. I ain't got time to waste. I ain't got time to waste your time. I don't have time to waste my time. Let's look at the way Joe Biden is being treated as the president of the United States with 80 million votes. Okay. Y'all ready? Let's roll the film.
Thank you. And I'm happy to take questions if that's what I'm supposed to do, Nance, whatever you want me to do.
That's supposed to do. Oh, can't have no questions answered by the president. Why? Because they know he ain't finna answer no real questions. The dude has gone the most time in United States history. I believe it's history, or either 100 years worth of history, that he's gone longer than any president not having a press conference. Somebody explain to me how the most popular president in United States history to ever exist, by far the most voted person in the world, haven't done a press conference in I don't know how many days. This has not happened for like 100 years in presidency world. And how is he can't even answer a simple question on the White House's website, or at least while he's live streamed. But he's the most popular president in the United States history. This is what I want to say, and then we can move on. This is what I want to say, because Obama should be rolling in his bed, all right, because he's not in his grave yet. But Obama should be rolling around in his bed every night to think that this guy is more popular than he would have ever dreamed of. This guy has an opportunity to get on there and talk in circles day in and day out, and nothing is done. Nothing has been said about him. This guy can make all kind of executive orders and not even receive half of the criticism that even Barack Obama would have received if he'd have rolled out executive orders in a dictatorship manner. The man is incompetent. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm mad at America right now. I'm mad at America. Not conservatives so much so, because you didn't vote for these idiots. How did we allow this to happen? Now, you and I both know what happened, but I'm speaking of how do we let this happen? How is a man who can't even probably tie his own shoelaces running America? And I know people will say that about Trump, but man, give me a break. I've been to Trump rallies, and that joker will speak for 4 hours and don't take a break and remember everybody's name. This guy can't even speak for 10 minutes without stuttering, talking out the side of his neck, being disrespectful to reporters. How is this possible? But I just felt like I had to throw this out there. I want people to know, in case you forgot, in case you thought that they were playing it fair and they were being reasonable. They allowed this fool to not even answer questions, and they cut his feed. And that's the direction of our country at this point. This is what people are expecting to happen. And it just boils my blood that our great country have some idiot like this in the Oval Office, literally being a puppet of the Democrat Party, telling him where to go to and fro, probably bathing him and putting him to bed, reading him lullabies and putting a passy in his mouth every night before he go night-night, and put his diapers on. That's what kind of incompetence and derangement I think that this man possessed, and he's supposedly running the greatest country on planet Earth. We got to do something about this in 2022, 2024. And if we don't, I may have to move up out of here. I may have to find me another country, cause I, it's like a forward investment. It's like if we don't do something about this right here, we ain't gonna have no country. This is gonna be socialist, the United Socialist Party of America. That's what it's gonna be, the United Socialist Party, because these people are off the chain. They have no regard for the people of this country. They don't have no interest in doing anything but lining their pockets, having political power, and pushing down the most radical leftist agenda that I've ever seen in my lifetime. Genders and all this woke stuff that is not realistic. And even if you voted for Biden, you should know at this point that this stuff is not realistic. They're not going to pay for your student loans. They're not going to do it. Because if you're going to pay for student loans, I'm a black and brown body. I'm going to go get my PhD and let y'all, and I don't care what grades I make. I'm going to skate through there, barely making it, and the government is going to pay my loans off. And they ain't finna pay your loans, man. If the government is, y'all got to stop trying to live in a fake utopia. If the government is going to pay for your school, they're going to tell you what school to go to. Just like the government pays for your food, when you get WIC, they tell you what food you can eat with your WIC account. If they pay for your food, which they give you an EBT card, which they probably tighten up on it now because people doing so much fraud, but they give you an EBT card, you can only use your EBT card at places that receive EBT. The government ain't just giving you a check for you to go out and buy filet mignon, not unless you sell your food stamps for some money. And we know people do that all the time. Duh. But they're not finna let you just do whatever you want. When the government takes over, you lose your freedoms. The purpose of this country is limited government, personal responsibility, individual liberties, and freedom. That's what this country is founded on. And if the government is going to say, no, we're going to regulate this, we're going to regulate this, they control your life. There is no government official on planet Earth that should tell you how many defense weapons you should have at your house. Not one politician. You have your own independent right and responsibility to protect your family, not the government. Because people in the government are not proficient in firearms, they want to tell you what you should and shouldn't do and what's legitimate and what's not legitimized. The same people that's telling you that you don't need this many magazines are the same people that got an army to defend them. Not a bodyguard, not personal bodyguards, not government-run bodyguards. They have an army, the most powerful army in the world protecting them. And they have Secret Service, the most elite trained law enforcement officers or protection officers that there are in the world working for them. So when he go out, little Lily and them, they don't got to worry about nobody. They ain't got to worry about John doing a drive-by down the street. They ain't got to worry about Kirkpatrick and them doing a home invasion. They ain't got to worry about their kids getting brought into no gangs. They ain't got to worry about none of that because they are protected for life. And yo is sitting around with no gun, no nothing to protect yourself, and you'll be twiddling your thumbs when somebody come in you in your house and your wife and put y'all face down on the floor, bound and taped, and you sitting around wondering about your rights, the bare arms. Quit being, let me not get too crazy. Quit letting the government dictate your life. People that don't share your experiences. People that have never lived in a community that you grew up in. People that do not have the cultured experience that you have. Don't have the professional experience that you have. Tell me how a government run by these idiots have us trillions of dollars in debt. If my accountant gave me a summary at the end of the year and said, Brandon, you're actually $20 million in debt. Now, I probably would want to strangle them, but you're definitely going to get fired. If anything, you're fired. You can no longer be my accountant. You have no idea about money. You have led me astray. I have let you have access to my money, or you could say a person that's an investor or something. Give you an investment summary, and they done lost you 3 times what you earn in 1 year, and you're going to retain them year after year after year. It's like, nah, you fired, bro. The people running our government got us trillions of dollars in debt, not on their money because they don't make any money, on your money, on the taxes that they take from you when you have been working all night, and you have become an entrepreneur. You have created something that the whole world needs because you put in the work and you wasn't a bureaucrat. And they're going to take a little bit of that money and mismanage and invest your money. And let me tell you what they do. And I know this is supposed to be a video about Biden, but I need to share this with y'all. Let me tell you what they do. The presidency and political office is a pass-through, meaning that people come and go. They're just a face in a position, and they come, they do their time, and they go. They come and they put on a face, and they get puppetized. And that's not a word, but I just made it up, and that's my word, and I don't care. They get puppetized, meaning that they're turning into puppets, and they do whatever people above them, people that pay a special interest, tell them to do, and they get their money on the back end off of your tax dollars, and they get out of there. The United States government is a Ponzi scheme, in my personal opinion. It's a Ponzi scheme. You put in your amount of money in taxes, and we'll make sure that the roads are done. We'll make sure that you have Social Security, and we'll do all these things that they promise for you. But that money ain't finna come back to you. All you doing is just signing up more and more people. That's all you doing. When you become an entrepreneur, all you doing is signing up more taxpayers. You are creating wealth to have more taxpayers in this Ponzi scheme. And all they do is rip you off and take your money and blow your money on LGBTQ research and all kind of the stupid stuff that you had no business doing, that you have no knowledge of. And they do this Ponzi scheme, and while you have somebody like Biden in office or vice president, they do deals with foreign governments that make them a crap ton of money. And so when they leave office, they've Ponzi schemed your money into put money in their pocket for real. And you think that your money is going somewhere, and it's actually they going into debt. And they getting paid on the back end somewhere, and we're going deeper into debt. There is no way that somebody like my father has been paying taxes consistently for over probably 40 years. And I know he ain't the only one. There's people all over the country paying taxes for 40, 50 years straight. People that have careers. And we're $20-some trillion in debt. Where is the money going? I know where it's going. It's going to his pocket. It's going to these politicians' pocket. They getting fat on it. They go in the office making $400,000 a year, come out worth $19 million, worth $100 million. Some of them probably worth billions, but you'll never know because they hide their money in places. That's all this is a Ponzi scheme. You go to California, the highest taxes and all of that, and they got 60,000 people living in downtown, homeless in downtown LA. That's like a small city of homeless people in downtown LA. With all the taxes that you pay, they should be able to put these people up in little motels or something and help them get baths and help them get food and employment. But they ain't doing that. Your money going to Gavin Newsom them slush fund, and it's going to their vineyards and going to them building capital and relationships with other people so that when they leave office eventually after they in your whole city, your whole state, they off to the races. They looking at something else. You going to forget about Gavin Newsom, and he going to be a billionaire one day because he didn't set up some deals and investment while he was in public office that will yield him dividends when he's not in the spotlight anymore because he didn't already gave other people deals. I'm just saying this is how it works. I cannot confirm or deny that to be true, but I'm just giving my honest opinion on how I believe it works. These people are fake. They're dirty. They're down, disgusted, dusted. And I want y'all to wake up to it. Don't listen to these politicians. Stop voting for more and more government. Vote for your own freedom. Stop depending on everybody else to make your life better and to make you free, because it's never going to work. You're going to end up in communism, and you're going to be in prison somewhere because you said the wrong thing. Anyway, comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. Big Tatum tripping, or is this guy the wackest president in United States history? I love you. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.